Local government is currently experiencing a very difficult time. It's having to implement very deep budget cuts very, very quickly. In England, there's been a 40% cut to public sector budgets at the local level, which over a 4-year period, and most of that has been front-loaded. So within 2 years, the vast majority of those cuts have to go through the system, and that's extremely difficult to deliver. One of the most difficult things in actually delivering this level of budget cuts and austerity is that local government actually was experiencing a very difficult time anyway. When you look at the challenges and pressures on services as a result of our ageing population and as a result of new problems that require different sorts of solutions, so for example rising incidences of obesity or climate change, these are very different modern problems that require different sorts of solutions. Those challenges alone were difficult enough, but now local authorities have to deliver these cuts as well. This means that innovation in the way in which we deliver services is no longer an option, it's a necessity. What we need to see is local authorities and the people working in local authorities finding ways to innovate the services that they deliver. And that means there are opportunities to be able to form new partnerships and working relationships with people in the private sector and in the voluntary and community sector, the charitable sector. Because by engaging with these different actors, we can find new ways of looking at old problems and find different ways of navigating through these issues. Certainly if we're engaging directly with citizens and able to ensure that the services delivered respond to their needs and actually work first time, that is going to be a better service, but it's also going to be a more efficient service. And these are the sorts of innovations that we need to see. For those managers working in local government who are trying to encourage a more innovative approach to public service delivery, there are a number of things that they need to think about. Firstly, they need to think about how to create a more permissive environment for their staff, and this means enabling people to try out different things, and that inevitably means that some things won't work. We have to be willing to accept a little bit more risk around some of these activities. But we also need to make sure that people have got the skills that they need to be able to build relationships with people in the private sector and in the voluntary sector, and to be able to find new ways of working and deliver them. And that requires certainly some training and workforce development for a lot of people who are not used to doing that in their day-to-day job.